Okay. Good morning, everyone. So far this morning, we are definitely seeing a risk on market. Um, UJ come quite a bit up last night. I would like to see UJ come back down into this area before I take buys, but honestly, I might have already just missed it. But we will see. I'm interested to see what happens when we get to this trend line. I'm in gold sales currently, and I'm also in GU sales. It's actually came back up a little bit, but I expect GU to at least come down to this 135, 461 area. Yeah. And then I want to see how it reacts when we get here because it could drop on farther down. Make sure I'm not missing any headlines here. The NATO summit has begun today. Let's see. Nothing yet to give us any headlines or direction on the calendar today. Of course, we got Powell testifying before Congress again, but really, truly, I think he said everything he was gonna say yesterday, but he might surprise us. We'll watch for headlines while we're on here. Yeah, that's really this could bring your oil prices back up, possibly, depending on what these numbers look like. So that's 10:30. What's oil doing right now? He's still down there. Okay, I'll be curious to see what happens there. Gold is looking great. I don't have much of a market update for you guys today, other than we're still in ceasefires. I posted in the Discord, I guess Monday night, that we had completed this green small fib here, but we were in this overall fib, and I wanted to see us at least come down to this negative 27 first before retracing back to 0 and then coming to 61.8. So that's what I'm planning for today. I'm hoping for, if nothing else happens. So far, that's looking decent. So on GU, kind of the same idea. We got to come back to 0. That's 135, 110. The dollar's gaining strength. Don't ask me why. Other than Powell is still positioned well to wait on rate cuts instead of just making a quick decision. So yesterday, or it might have been today's Wednesday, might have been Monday, I went over the Fed speakers are now speaking again. We're always in a blackout period before FOMC happens, so you won't hear from them. I think it's a week, possibly even 2 weeks before. But after that, they all start speaking on their decisions and possibly giving you forward guidance. Excuse me. So Friday, you had a Fed speaker, and I cannot remember the names, but he came out and he said, I think we're ready to cut rates in July. and the market really didn't react to that. One Fed speaker doesn't matter. Monday, you had another Fed speaker come out and say the same thing that morning. And then Monday afternoon, you had a different Fed speaker come out and say, "No, I think we're positioned better to wait," backing up what Powell's testimony said at the actual FOMC. So I think that's probably why you're seeing the downside on UJ, the dollar itself, the little bit of upside in gold was just because they're fighting over if they're gonna cut rates or not in July, and it doesn't seem like they're all on the same page, so but right now, it's still like this equal table playing field, I guess, 2 on one side, 2 on the other, so if we get more Fed speakers, which I don't think we have any till tomorrow other than Powell's testimony, so unless that changes, which it shouldn't. Yeah, barking at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, so that could make a difference. But right now, it's still positioned to hold. I think what I saw this morning on X, I read a post that was Kalshi, I think is how you say it, is the betting platform they were betting on when the Fed will cut rates, and right now it seems like September is everybody's that's when it'll happen, so we'll see. Yeah, NASDAQ about to hit that. We're going here. It's 936, 22, 480, 481. I wish I'd have saw that a little earlier. NAS has had some really nice structure. I know this is a lot, but if you come here to this FIP, okay, you've hit your negative 61. We're about to go to that negative 61. And it's just pretty structure. All these other fibs inside are shorter time frames. So point A, point B, 61, negative 61. Still got my eyes on gold and GU. We're only 8 minutes into the open, so, and like I said, nothing's really happened yet. I think Trump's supposed to speak after the NATO summit, whenever that'll be, I do not know. Or if it's just after their talks this morning. So the Powell testimony's at 10. Let's see if we can. I swear, one headline says they destroyed the nuclear infrastructure, nuclear facility. They've had so many different ones in Iran, and then Iran and Russia's claiming that they didn't. It's very interesting. I wish I had more for you guys this morning. It's just everything's kinda panned out. Wednesdays are usually a little bit slower, or just continuations of the moves we've already had, which is kind of what we're seeing. Mm. AUD had a higher, I believe, CPI. Hope I'm not telling you that wrong. Yeah, CPI last night, or a bad CPI print. It would be bad for the AUD currency. So I could see also AUD USD sales. AUD USD sales. That was a lot to say in one word. But I would want to probably see it break this structure first before entering. I like AUD USD though. Structure moves very well. It's not a fast mover, but that's okay. Moves none the same. Let's see. See where we get a pullback to on it if we do. If we get more than what we've already got. Bitcoin's high, yeah. 107. That would have been a good trade. Iffy though with war headlines, war tension. Because Bitcoin is a very much a risk asset. If that, yeah. When risk happens, war happens, uncertainty happens, when tariffs happened, Bitcoin sold off. But when everything's going well, it has no problem. GJ, it's always a good one. All right, guys. Well, anybody have any questions? Yeah, I'll update you in the group on my positions and what I do. Like I said, I'm holding gold and I'm still holding GU. For me to get out of GU, it would have to break this trend line. And we might be making a higher high. I'm not gonna say that's not possible. So but I would like to see it come here first. I'm gonna move my just so I know. I need to be watching when it gets to this point. Also, USD Shay, yeah, buys don't hurt my feelings on it either. Just as it already gave its move. Not comfortable getting in UJ right now, even though I don't think it's about to come back down, but it might. It needs to. If it does, take buys on an optimistic market. So maybe we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, if you guys have questions, I will see you in the Discord.